everybody. It's June something. I don't know the date anymore, but it's Monday. And, oh no, I do. It's 7 days before the 21st. What day is it? Is it the 12th? Is it the 9th? Oh, God damn it. Whatever, I don't know why I keep trying to do this. June 14th, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. It's June 14th. Last night was insane, and it's been increasingly more insane with the way that the energy's feeling. And I know from speaking to several of you guys that that feeling of the past week or so of just like, oh my goodness, like, what am I doing? Like, everything is wrong suddenly. I can't even find inspiration, suddenly doubting myself and spinning out. Like, oh man, it's been real, and it's affecting everybody in different ways. I know for myself, I've just been horrible, like just really, really edgy, no patience. All the things that I was excited about, I'm suddenly like, why do them anyway? Who cares? Nobody wants it. Like that kind of stuff. Like lots of self-defeating talk. And yesterday, I did a little bit of channeling just to get some insight on that, because I was really having a hard time with it, and I know a lot of people are as well. And I sat down and pulled some information through, and what came through was the image of, imagine a hand, okay, rising up like this, and it's covered in a web, like a spider's web, and you are pulling your hand out of this web, and the spider web is sticking to you, but your hand is still moving out. It's that process of moving your hand out of this sticky web and letting it just like move down your fingertips, and trusting that as you continue moving your hand away, it will continue moving out. But we're still in that weird, sketchy in-between space where it feels like it's all over our fingers. And like when our hand was closer to the web, at least the web was intact and wasn't so messy. And now it's just messy and there's no real form to it. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all to be basically have your body and your energy in a taffy pull, so to speak. But that's kind of where we're at. Does that make sense? Like we're moving from one place to the other, but the other is still all over our fingers, just all over there. So what are we like, what's to do? And we've been through a few of these transitions already, okay? None quite so, I don't know what the word is for this one, but this is visceral. A lot of the transitions that I can remember before were much less visceral, much less physical. They were difficult, but didn't seem to challenge every single system all at once. And this one feels like it's really challenging all the systems all at once. And that's overwhelming right now. So here's the thing. We are still in Mercury retrograde, clearly. And this is like, it's a doozy. You don't need to do anything right now. It's advisable not to. And when I say don't do anything, what I'm really, really meaning is don't burn anything down this week that you might regret burning down next week, okay? Because it can feel really, really defeating this week, just to feel like, forget it. Nothing I do matters. I'm tired. No one cares. I'm irrelevant. All of those feelings are coming up. And this is what happens when you're about to quantum leap. And I know that it's true because this has definitely happened to me quite a few times. And this feels like the biggest whopper of all. So we know that when you feel this way, when you feel so incredibly fucked, on the other side of that is a massive leap forward in consciousness, in your energy, in the way that you see everything, the way you interact with everything. It's all coming, and it's happening fast. a week is a long time these days because time is kind of irrelevant anymore. So just like we talked about on Friday, this week maybe take a moment or two to decide how you are going to be affecting time and not the other way around, right? How are you going to affect time? How are you going to decide it affects you? And how are you going to work with it? Because these 7 days can be used very wisely. Or you can squirm and freak out and have a really bad time. This is the week for going in, like in the throes of it, so they don't feel alone, so they can get through it, and they will. And that's who you need to be for yourself this week. Hold yourself this week and be mindful of whatever it is you need. What do you need to make you feel okay, or make you feel, the word ameliorate comes to mind, and just kind of ease it, make it a little bit better. What things can you add in this week that you know will make you feel a little more like you, right? Little things. Maybe it's wearing your favorite jewelry, or having a meal at your favorite restaurant, or, you know, I don't know what it is. Wearing, like, getting dressed up one day when you needn't really do that because you don't have to wear pants. Like, you know, that kind of thing. What can you do to give yourself some grace, some space, and some time this week to really go in? Some of you are going to, and we're going to do the sensory card pills, so you're going to get a specific message. But some of you, see, it feels to me like there's at least 3 groups of people listening today anyway. One is kind of where I'm at, where I'm just lots of self-doubt, lots of negative thinking, lots of defeat, and just kind of cranky and an asshole, okay? That's group 1. Group 2 has a lot of energy, but it doesn't feel like, it's not necessarily useful energy. It feels kind of frenetic. It feels like that kind of energy. And if that's you, you need to get outside and get that shit into the ground. So if that's you, you need to move your body. Move your body, move your body, move your body. We're not using the word exercise. That's not what I'm talking about. Move your body to let that energy move through you so it doesn't get stuck and, you know, just play pinball inside your body all day. If that's you, if you're feeling that frenetic energy. And then the third person, shoot, the third person is not really necessarily sure what they're feeling. They just kind of feel disconnected and floaty. And it's not necessarily bad, but it does have a little bit of an alarming quality, because they're like, am I okay, or have I had a complete breakdown and I'm disconnected and dissociated from everything, right? Yeah. So one of the 3, it feels like, are with me here today. I don't know which one you are, but again, if you're the first one, that's the one you need to just kind of be there with yourself with. And then the second one, get outside. And then the third, I don't know, that's a rough one. But, and Mandy's saying she's all 3. And if it's all 3, figure out who you are in the moment and give yourself what you need. And remember, you don't need to fix it. You should feel the things. This is really part of it. We can't take an Advil for these symptoms because this is massive energy coming through. Now, the other thing we have to just talk about really quickly is the split itself. So we are going to be doing live channeling on Thursday night, and I'm hoping to get some specific information when we tap into the councils on exactly what to expect with the split. Is this a physical event or what? However, with what I'm feeling and what the collective is up to, I would not honestly be surprised if next week there was something that happened. But it, again, feels very much like a shift of consciousness in the larger sense between those who are remaining where they're currently at and those who are not. And when this split happens, it's already happening also, you know this, but when it passes that date, on the other side of that date is when we can start to really feel a lot better. It feels like major release time next week. So just keep that in mind. Big release time is coming. Things are going to start making sense to you. and your containers are going to start making sense to you. Retrograde is going to ease up next week as well. We'll still be in the shadow of this Mercury retrograde for until the end of the month, but after the 22nd, it's going to start easing on the screws, right? And just loosening up. So we should have more flow coming. Mars is currently in Leo, which is much better for us than Mars in Cancer. So things are moving, and as we move into the shift on Monday, they're going to move even faster. So really just be with yourself moment to moment this week, and just know, look, we're doing this all together, so you're not going crazy. You are not a failure. Everything that you were excited about is not suddenly trash. You're okay. You really are. I totally promise that you are. And even if it feels like everything's falling apart all of a sudden, just remember, it's usually, and I say usually because, universe be funny like that, but it's usually for you, not to you, right? It's helping you to get to wherever it is you want to get. And sometimes things need to be moved fast. And when things need to be moved fast, they don't feel good. And I just want to also give you a quick reminder about exes. I don't know who's listening to this, who's having issues with this. Not me right now, but exes. Dude, be freaking careful this week and last week and the week prior to that, but we're here, so be careful. Ask yourself some serious questions, like, does this actually make any goddamn sense? Okay? Does it make any sense? And also remember that if someone is promising you changed behavior, that promise should still be good after June 21st. So you don't need to do anything this week. If changed behavior is being promised, say, great, I'm not going to make any commitments to this week. Let's see how it is next week, and see how it is next week. Because if it's changed behavior, that should be totally fine. Do you know what I'm saying? Just, be freaking careful, because otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to pull that old ass energy into a very, very new paradigm, and you are going to be the heaviest motherfucker in the land. I promise you, because next week, energy shift big time. We are officially in summer, and all that heavy third dimensional stuff is going to feel like millstones. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I don't want to be like all alarmist or anything, but I don't know. We all up to. Okay, card pulls time. This is for this week. To see, obviously ask your own questions. So if you have a specific question, go ahead and ask that. If you don't have a question, this is just some information for you to help you through this week, to support you through your journey, your unique journey this week. Okay. All right. Okay. Reminder, through solstice, Merkaba signatures and private readings are 20% off. You can use the code SOLSTICE2021. Oh, Tisha, I see that. Okay. Let's see. All right. We're going to go with colors today, okay? So the first color is like a brand new shiny copper penny, like shiny copper color, okay? The second color is like a sparkly aquamarine. And the third color is a deep amethyst purple, okay? So shiny copper, sparkly aquamarine, purple. So go ahead and pick your color. Tell me in the comments which one you have. All right, so Rachel is saying she had an awful week with exes and friends. What am I going to expect from here on out? My soul feels broken. This is a hard one, babe, because what's happening with relationships, some people are changing and some people are not changing. And so relationships are going through the ringer because some things are just not in resonance anymore. You can are you on Instagram or is that Facebook? If you go on my Instagram, find my link tree in my profile. There is a 3-day relationship activation on there that you can download for free. And it explains a lot about relationships during this split time. And that might be helpful for you. If you can't find it, just DM me. All right, we've got lots of sparkly. Oh, Maria's like, I don't know which one. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a painting that I did, and those are the 3 colors in there, and I'm like, that's perfect. Okay. So it's copper, aquamarine, and purple. It's Solstice 2021. Jean, if you're feeling both, you maybe just listen to both and derive double messages. Do you know what I'm saying? Merge them together. Mendy, I'll throw a post up after this with the code and everything. I think I have it in my Instagram stories, but they leave after I don't know, after not that long. Okay, let me do these pulls. First up is copper. Winter solstice, copper people. Winter solstice. Okay, well, doubling down on the message of going within this week, for you copper people, this is going to really, really, honestly, ideally, you curate the energies you're around this week. There's probably 1 or 2 people that you can handle without wanting to, and that is it. And I don't even mean in a ragey way. It's just self-preservation type of way. This is really important for you to get a lot of quiet time this week, and really really feel into the fact that you have actually grown quite a bit. It's really easy not to honor or recognize how much you have grown and shifted, and just even how much you've changed. Even how much you've changed. You are not the same person you were 6 months ago or even 3 weeks ago, and you need to honor that and start to make your decisions with the you now in mind. And anybody who's holding the you then as a standard needs to either get with the program or get out of here, okay? But this is moving inward this week. See what you have to say to yourself, okay? Next up, we have aquamarine. Excuse me. Okay, so aquamarine is the Milky Way card, which is perspective, it says on there. Okay, and I mean, obviously, if you look at this card, this is another inward type of feeling, but it's also an outward type of feeling, and here's why. With this card, you are really being asked to pull out and see the bigger perspective. It's really easy to get caught up in the minutia, and sometimes the minutia is, I suck and nothing's working and why am I doing this? But pull out, see the bigger picture, see the irrelevance of some of the things that are really bothering you right now. And I don't mean that in a dismissive way. They are bothering you right now. They're very annoying, but when you pull out, do you see how they're just like a little tap on the shoulder? They're just kind of like, okay, whatever. It's not like massive issues. These are just irritations, right? When you look at them from a bigger perspective, you're on a path that you're creating, and you've got big things to do. So are you going to really let a little scratch on the shoulder derail you from those big things? Get some perspective this week. Spend some time with you. Okay? And then last but not least, purple. Why do I even say that? Like, why is that a thing people say? Last but not least. Like, obviously it's not least. you know I love this one. Okay, Amethyst people. Oh, it's the Forest card. It says breathe. Everyone should do that this week. You should breathe. Take a nice deep breath if you can get it. But if you felt drawn to the purple card, you are being asked to remember all about the forest, okay? You're being asked to remember that it can sometimes appear very simple, but it is incredibly complex. There are triumphs, there are deaths, there are stalls, there are bad weather patterns that roll through. There's so many different things that happen in the forest itself. And all of those things are supported. All of those things are natural. All of those things are part of the plan, okay? So this week, if you are feeling drawn to that purple color, if you can get into the forest, please go and ask her to show you what you need to know. Listen to what the forest sounds like. Listen to her breathe. And then listen to yourself breathe. And then remember that you are just like this. You are cyclical. You are unpredictable. And yet every single thing about you is completely supported and completely correct and completely in line with the nature of things. So you're always good. Any choice you make from your heart is going to be a wonderful choice for you. And it is going to stay in line with the natural rhythms of things. So remind yourself that you are part of the natural rhythms of things, and you will always make choices that align with that when you stay in your heart center, okay? And just everybody, like, get out in the freaking woods, right? Okay? Do it. Yes, this is the Earth Magic deck. This one by Stephen Farmer, Earth Magic. And it's really great for these kind of card pulls because it's very simple pictures and the messages come right through. Okay, so those are your card pulls, and we have one last thing because I just have to pull a Fairy Forest card for this week because I'm just dying to know what comes through here. So if you have another minute, let's pull this card and see what the fairies have to say. Quick reminder, if you are already in restoration, you are good to go on all app things. You'll be transitioned right into it, and that's happening really, really freaking soon somehow. But if you are not part of restoration and you would like to be a part of the app at the discounted price, you have to join this week, so before Monday. You can join for free and do that, just so you know. So I've created that loophole, not necessarily on purpose, but it is there. So if you're interested, let me know. Basically, if you don't know already, Restoration is turning into Inner Sanctum, and Inner Sanctum is an app. You will no longer have to be on any social media to see any of my things, including the lunar calls, which will be streamed right through the app. All of my posts will be available there. There's going to be lots of free content as well. And I am making so many amazing meditations and affirmations and music things for you to listen to that you can pick when you feel happy, when you feel down, when you need to sleep, whatever you need. And it's all going to be in there. I'm so excited. So excited about it. All right. Are you ready? You know what I was thinking was gonna come, but it's not. It's not Ragnarok. In fact, I'm a little surprised, but actually not. So it's Frigga, it's number 12. This red-haired beauty. And she looks like she has a good message. So let's see what she says. Now I will say, thank you, Tisha. Thank you. As I become more skilled at using this program of creating music, I'm actually making original compositions for all of these meditations. They're gonna get much better. So, and Frigga comes right after Ragnarok, just so you know. So that's good. All right, you ready? Okay. You are at a moment of great good fortune in this lifetime. You have created for yourself more than enough. And now the goodness that is flowing to you must be invested and used wisely. It is easy to squander youth or beauty or opportunity as they seem such an eternal gift. But this card is here to share with you that it is time to ensure that this wonderful moment is worked with wisely. Invest in yourself and in your health, create more wealth, learn and study, and also offer your support and investment to worthy others. Worthy others. Take care of yourself and truly make yourself into who and what you have always wanted to become. This time will come around again, but it will not last forever. And so Frigga wishes for you to consider the gifts you are being given, the bounty coming to you, and consider with great vision and earnestness what will provide for you and your loved ones in the years to come. Be ready to act. Your future can be created now, and the present can become so rich and enduring that nothing can shake your ability to continue prospering. Your skills, your home, your mind, your body. Take care of yourself and watch the good fortune that flows from your wise investment for many years to come. Woo, woo. All right. We have our marching orders for this week. So let us not get down. We're preparing for all the good things. Oh my God, Jean. Jean. Julie's asking, will you still be doing Coffee and Magic here in the mornings? Yes, I will still be doing that. The Coffee and Magic like recordings and stuff will be available in the app very easily for those who aren't watching live. I will still be doing this. It's my fave. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Hope to see you on Thursday. I'll also be here on Wednesday. You know the drill. If you need anything, reach out. Again, readings are 20% off through the 21st, and they include the Merkaba signature. And if you're curious about that, I highly suggest trying it out because we go in depth into your natal chart, your astrological birth chart, and pull out some really interesting things. And you also get a PDF of that and all of that. So if you've never had your birth chart done, this is great for that. Or if you've had it done and you're like, what? This is also good for you. Okay, I love you. Mwah. Have a good Monday. We got this. I'll see you Wednesday morning. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow.